Hello, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I am so proud of you. There is a lot of self-awareness in this reading, there is a lot of wisdom here, and there is so much angelic support here for you, because your intentions are very pure. I feel like you are very much moving towards your highest level of emotional fulfillment, creating that sense of physical stability for yourself in your life. But you're manifesting something that is very much for the highest good of the conscious collective. You're creating something from a humanitarian space here, from a place of service to the highest good. I feel like you're very well aware of that. I want to start here with this Earth Magic card, Fairies. You are creating Earth Magic. You are bringing the divine essence down into this reality. You might be working with specific plants or herbs. You might be getting your hands in the soil, very much nurturing and nourishing your physical environment and your space. You might be working on your physical body and your health so that you can operate at a higher frequency. There's some higher capacity for service that you're creating here. The Fae spirits, I feel like, are very significant, whether you're trying to tap into that frequency or you just feel their presence around you. Again, I'm getting these pure intentions play a big part in all of this. I see you trying to bring more conscious awareness and bring more light into these dark spaces because you see so much potential for growth in what you're doing. Sun gazing might be significant here for some of you. And I get that this is meant for you. This is all destined for you. You're walking your path and you're choosing the destined path. You're choosing the path of expansion and growth, and like I said, service to the collective, setting that example for people and trying to create a world that's more fun. Really, it's more playful, and there's more abundance here for us, so we can step into our purpose. Be our best self, create more joy, and bring more love into the world. I get karma and children. I feel like you're rewriting the story of your generational line. This is big stuff. And some of you guys have broken out of some major generational patterns. I see some like deep healing of scarcity patterns here in particular. And I see a lot of potential in what you're trying to do. And I see that you feel this potential, and there has been this rewriting of the story. I don't want to use that word like uncertainty. It's not necessarily the energy I'm getting. I just get that there's a rewriting of the belief systems. There's some conscious effort being made to move into that place of abundance and stay in that frequency of physical safety and abundance. I get that with the Ace of Pentacles on the feminine side of the spread. Like, you're feeling this, and there's some kind of tangible element here, knowing that we can use consistency, time, and intentional effort to ground things down into reality. Very much in the imaginative space right now. I get that with the Seven of Cups in the centerpiece of the reading, alongside the Page of Swords. So I see you doing some kind of research or getting more information about this dream that you have. You have options here, and it's about, okay, how am I going to approach this? Not necessarily trying to control and plan too far in the long term, because I see spiritual knowledge here. There's depth here, and an understanding that we are co-creating with the divine and with our higher self. I see you being led and following that intuition. But you are getting more information here. And what I am getting to is feeling more comfortable speaking about it, expressing it as the Page of Swords, really firming up your belief system in a way. You can see the sword is still quite translucent, and you're developing a new belief system. It's like you're rewriting the code of your life, and it is one of faith. It's one of intuition, very much tapping into your psychic abilities here. I mean, the Seven of Cups, ruled by Scorpio. It's Venus in Scorpio, so you might really be enjoying this process. I get this really beautiful energy of like tension and release and some kind of internal conflict that's being resolved here, because there's been challenges here, don't get me wrong, and you're very much going through a process and consciously moving in a direction that may at times feel a bit unknown, and these feelings of uncertainty can creep in, but what you're doing is shining a light on all of this. That's the beauty of it, and choosing to show up in a way that is consistently intuitive and consistently high vibe. Because with this challenging energy, I mean, I get the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Wands, which is no joke. But on the masculine side of the spread, I get the Three of Cups. So this is how you're feeling and how you're choosing to take action, which is a really beautiful thing. I get you, like I said, Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands, dancing through this frequency. Like, you guys are like dancing through the fog, choosing to like maintain that high frequency, that high vibe. See the benefit behind all of this. See how much growth there has been for you. See how much potential there is in this situation. It's a flipping of the perspective, and you may just be choosing to partake in things that make you feel good, right? It's that party kind of vibe, you know, Three of Cups. It's a celebration. Celebrating how far you've come, how much potential there is for you as you move in this direction, and celebrating yourself. You know, there might be other people involved. Three of Cups is like people of different backgrounds, different creeds, different belief systems, all coming together to celebrate, to join forces, you know, to grow and expand and create something new. Bring all of these beautiful, different, intuitive ingredients together, really create something new. Again, really intuitive with that Cancer energy. And what I see you doing, I mean, before we get to this Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands kind of vibe here, I see you showing up as the Queen of Swords. Now my left ear's ringing like a, it's just like something's going haywire there on the left side of the head there, which is pretty interesting. So, it's like this feminine Queen of Swords, right? It's this like very feminine, grounded in that femininity and this knowing, this confidence. I see a lot of confidence here. Now I'm feeling like a shift in the confidence, because like I said, I see you showing up as the Page of Swords and choosing to have this kind of beginner mind and let go of belief systems that do not serve you, and choose to be more open and just kind of see what life wants to show you, see what life wants to bring you, right? But as the Queen of Swords, like you're doing this from a place of confidence and discernment, potentially really not from a logical place of limitation and limiting beliefs, but using this discernment to set some boundaries with yourself, set some boundaries with other people, and really decide quite firmly what it is you want in your life. You've been deciding what it is you're going to choose to accept in your life, and if it doesn't benefit you, if it doesn't feel like an Ace of Pentacles or a Three of Cups, it's like, not super interested in that. Like, you're very much well aware that there's a journey that's taking place here. You're on a quest. Like, you're going through a process, and it's going to take, you know, alchemizing some difficult situations, of course. But anything toxic or limiting, it's like, no, I'm not like available for that. You know, I don't accept that into my reality as the Queen of Swords. And with you being in that space, being in that frequency, I feel like this has been occurring in the past leading up until this point. You've been discerning and recognizing where there has been a Seven of Swords frequency, because that's what comes after this Queen of Swords. And it's recognizing where potentially there has been even some kind of self-sabotage or fear in the sense that, like, we're not used to having this much power. We're not used to having this much freedom. And many of us are not used to being in control of our lives in this way. Like, stepping into that understanding, that knowing that, oh, like, I can create a better life for myself. I can make decisions. I can choose where I want to go instead of being told and directed. Like, I can actually tap into what my emotional needs are. I can tap into what lights me up, what makes me happy, and I can go from there. You know, for many of us, it's not a super familiar frequency. And I see you as you move into this energy, really discerning where these thoughts have been popping up, these limitations, this maybe a temptation to self-sabotage or move back into that comfort zone. You're very much becoming consciously aware of that, and consciously aware of anybody around you that doesn't fit the bill is what I'm hearing. Like, I would never say that, like, fit the bill, but someone who's just, like, not there. And maybe there's people that you have to choose to love from a distance here. Maybe there are people in the situation where you've had to choose to set some kind of boundary and put your mental health first. Put your frequency first, because it's for the, like, if you can fill up that cup and really step into the best version of yourself, the one that is self-actualized and is really in touch with their own identity and what their needs are, it's better for everybody else involved. It just is. Because the universe is playing this game, right? Like, everything's working out. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And if there's people who are not meant to be in your life, they're not meant to be in your life. Like, they're potentially just supposed to be playing a role somewhere else, learning their own lessons. And if it's creating friction for both of you, and if you're in this Queen of Swords energy and like allowing your own presence to maybe enable a limitation that they have, it's not for anybody's benefit. It's not for their benefit either. So that really just came out of nowhere. I feel like that's the real specific message for some of you there. But you are very much recognizing, like, what you're not going to accept in this life. Grabbing the swords the wrong way is what I'm getting. The power of your words is something that I'm getting here. Like, it's okay to be firm. Come at it from a nice place, a place of understanding that what you're doing is really for the betterment of anybody. So, I mean, I really get, like, there might be some people around you that didn't appreciate that these boundaries have been set up because some people have been getting a free ride or something, or their behavior has been enabled, and you setting this boundary is the best thing for them, because then they get to walk their path and learn their lessons, and they get to grow and expand as a human being, right? And everybody wins. And I see you now moving into this. It feels very practical, this energy. Again, not from a place of limitation, but it's like, all right, what can I do to make this happen? What action can I take in the next 24 hours to really move things ahead? Whether it's having a conversation, resting, actually working on something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what needs to be done here from a place of responsibility, confidence, wisdom. You've been through a lot here. I mean, Queen of Swords, this is like applied wisdom. This is a wealth of experience that you have. This is the place that you're coming from here. And then moving into the King of Pentacles, which is really beautiful. I kind of see this as like potentially a mentor for some of you as well. There's potentially people around you that are setting a really nice example, or you're seeing the potential in your situation, because there's people that you're watching and who are watching you as well, and setting that example that we can create. We can use consistency. You know, we can use that element of time, as illusory as time is. Like, we do experience that to some degree here on Earth. Like, seeds take time to grow into a tree, right? Having respect for, like, the changing of the seasons or something, the actual timing of things, knowing when you're in a winter arc or when you're in a spring arc and it's time to plant those seeds and nurture them, right? Moving more into this King of Pentacles frequency and taking responsibility for your own life. Taking responsibility for your behaviors. This is what you guys have been doing. And from this new place of confidence, you know, where can I delegate or get help or even just ask for help? You know, Page of Swords, Seven of Cups. Like, I've got a dream here. How can I get people on the same page here and help them share in the vision and maybe just get their services, you know, like employ a mentor or like make some kind of financial investment into a service or a mentorship, something that's going to free you up, give you more mental space to continue moving forward in a way that, you know, you couldn't do before on your own. You know, there's a team here. There's some kind of team being assembled, like the Avengers or something. Three of Cups frequency, like it creates like that sense of freedom. Like you don't have to do everything on your own. It's a fun time. It's good. And from this place of responsibility and recognizing, you know, like I'm creating something special here and maybe I'm here in this space and I want to expand out so that I can have a bigger vessel, you know, so that I can like glean more potential from this situation and actually step into something, because there's a big dream here. Like I was saying right at the start, there's some kind of humanitarian effort that's taking place. And I feel like from this King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords kind of position that you've created for yourself, there's a recognition that, okay, maybe I want to do some more self-development. Maybe there's something about my environment or my behaviors, the things that I choose to put my time into, you know, my priorities. Maybe there's something about that we can improve on. Because intuitively, I want to move in a different direction here. I mean, Eight of Cups into the Nine of Wands. I mean, let's talk about the Eight of Cups here. It's Saturn in Pisces frequency, right? And understanding that we can make these dreams happen. We can reach that highest level of emotional fulfillment. And sometimes it takes time to sit with ourselves, get to know ourselves better, feel the emotions and really tap into what it is we want. Release and purge anything negative, you know, walk away from anything that feels like a Seven of Swords. Clean up that frequency and tap into our intuition. Like I was saying before, you're on the journey here. You're very much on a journey here. And I feel like potentially we're at a point in the journey where things may feel a little bit uncomfortable at times. It feels a bit new. It feels like we're being guided intuitively in some kind of direction, and we're getting closer and closer, so tapped into what it is we actually want and who it is we really are, and we're just moving through the process right now. Nine of Wands. And I just love this combo here because it's so much about faith when you think about it. Like, Eight of Cups being ruled by Pisces, Nine of Wands being the moon in Sagittarius. Like, this is very much about our faith and need to keep the faith. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep operating from this new power position that you've created for yourself on an internal level. This confidence that you've developed, this self-love that you've developed, these intuitive senses that you've developed, this is what's carrying you forward. And you're not afraid to do the dirty work. You're not afraid to take action in the physical here and use all of the elements here. I mean, earth magic, you guys are very much in this magician frequency. And you're being guided and watched by benevolent entities here. Like, there's spirits that want to see you win, because again, it's for the benefit of everybody here. And as a shadow aspect, I get Jupiter, which is so beautiful. Like, again, this Pisces Sagittarius energy. And really, I think what you're coming into the conscious awareness of here is how much you're willing to expand and how much is possible for you. Like, you're thinking bigger and bigger as you continue to grow. The dreams get bigger. That, like, what you thought was possible before, it's like, yo, I can take it one step further. I can take it one step further again. And this is what you're being guided to do. Expand. And sometimes the expansion process, it feels a bit like a Nine of Wands, you know what I mean? But the Nine of Wands also says that you're very close here. Like, you've moved past some kind of threshold and you're in this space of growth. And you're close to some level of completion here. And it feels like it has something to do with this Ace of Pentacles. Something to do with getting more of a footing here and some kind of like financial support or stability, or just feeling more on an emotional level, feeling more stable, feeling even more at peace with this process. And the relationship with change in itself is kind of under a microscope here, with Uranus being a shadow aspect as well. And this is radical change. And with all of the astrology, I mean, this being a timeless reading, obviously, but 2025, I mean, every outer planet has like made an ingress here. Like, every outer planet has moved signs. And that's not a common occurrence at all. So we very much might feel like we're in some kind of liminal space and everything has been changing somewhat rapidly, right? And you're becoming more and more adaptable here. Like, you're so resourceful, you're resilient, you know, you're smart. Like, you got good ideas here. You're expanding on your dream and you're moving through this with so much conscious awareness. Like, guys, you've so got this. And the energy right now is like so beautiful. I'm so impressed. And you guys really deserve to have that self-love and be, I mean, it's unconditional, really, the love for self. Like, we're all at some point in the process. But, I mean, I really hope you guys are recognizing how far you've come and how well you're doing. I really just trust that you guys are seeing how profound all of this is and how amazing you're doing. You know, you don't have to take my word for it. Like, you should really be feeling that on an internal level. Like, you're doing amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's incredible. And again, with this Uranus energy, like, there's been so much change and you've changed. And you've grown, you know, and you're getting to the root of who you really are. And the last shadow aspect I get is sextile, which is this tension and release. It's like signs that are of the same, like, gender. Like, I don't know, the words, like, escaping me here, but like fire and air will make a sextile, right? Like, water and earth will make a sextile. And what happens when there's some kind of sextile aspect in the astrology? It creates tension and release. Like, there's a need to, it's like, it's not quite a square, it's not quite a trine, right? Like, there's a need to embrace the tension and then experience that release. And it's like music. I'm going to get something about music here, because good music is all built on tension and release. Like, if everything was just like 1-4-5 all the time, or some like real nice chord progression that has no tension in it, it's boring, right? Like, the best music, the best vibrations have that sense of like tension and release and build up and then release. And like, cause that's when we really appreciate the good stuff, you know? That's when we really appreciate that release, is when we're moving through that tension, and the tension has been creating growth. And I just see it. I just see it with the 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands frequency, and you showing up as the 3 of Cups. I mean, that's the tension and release. Moving through this process with courage. You know, you've been so brave, with some level of emotional fortitude here and trust in the divine. And you're choosing to dance through it. Like I was saying, you're totally dancing through this frequency. And I love that. You know, I just love it. And again, like, you're doing amazing. And you guys should be looking in the mirror, waking up every day and going like, I'm so proud of you. For real. Your inner child is so proud of you. You're creating a space where you get to expand into this, like, this destined path, which is one of being able to create and explore and enjoy and just experience the present moment and extract all of the love and all of the beautiful frequencies out of the present moment that you're experiencing right now. And I get thank you, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Guys, you should be so grateful to yourselves, so grateful to Spirit, so grateful to life for providing you with these experiences, which has shaped you into a Queen of Swords, into a King of Pentacles, and so grateful for yourself just for moving through all of this consistently, never giving up, never backing down, right? Like, never quit. I think that's like never back down, never quit. Is that like John Cena thing? Oh, goodness. Oh, that's the wrestling fan in me. That's like embedded deep in there, right? But anyway, thank you, right? Gratitude. There's something about drinking water too. You guys gotta drink more water or something. Use that frequency of water to keep things flowing and keep nourishing that cellular matrix that you have. But guys, I mean, such a clear message. Like, be grateful for yourselves. Be grateful for all of the work that you've chosen to put in here. Be grateful for your body. Like, think about how much work your body has done for you. You know, like, it's been putting in a lot of reps. There's been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of tension and release and movement, right? So I think taking a bit of time here to be really grateful for all of that, you know, is really going to benefit us here, I think. Really nice, clear message about that. And it's such a nice frequency to be in, gratitude. I mean, it's like, it's just the bomb. And it creates so much more flow in your life. You know, the things that you're grateful for on some kind of practical level here, the things that you're grateful for, you see more of. It just multiplies in your life. You know what I mean? If you can be grateful for your health, like, to be grateful to actually be able to plant your feet on the ground, to be grateful for this mentorship, to be grateful for the resources, even as you walk this path of faith, even as you are in the Eight of Cups frequency right now, and you've walked away from something that felt really comfortable, like you've been brave enough to move forward into the unknown, choose to be grateful for everything that is coming in for you. Because you're a person of faith. You're so tapped in. You're so spiritual. So continue to be grateful for everything that you're going to receive. Because you know it's coming in. You know it's happening, guys. I'm feeling a shift. There's been a shift in like this, in this reading. There's been some kind of timeline shift. I get Shaman. Trust in higher forces. Yo, what I say? I'm really seeing the owl here too. The predator of the night. The owls are crazy, man. They're like they're so efficient. That's the word I'm getting. Like, the owls are like a boss frequency, right? Like, so able to move through those dark places, move through those shadow aspects. They are the predator of the night, the owl, right? And like I was saying right at the start of the reading, you're choosing to shine a light in these dark places because you see so much potential here. You see so much potential for growth. And with this Eight of Cups, I'm just getting that you're willing to walk a path. It's like the path less traveled, or like the path never traveled. Like, I keep getting this pioneer frequency. Every reading I do, like, there's a collective of pioneers here who are all, it's like we've all been in this sphere on Earth, and we're all expanding out, going in all these different directions, doing all of this new stuff. And you can trust that, like I was saying before, there's spirits here that want to see you win. There's a divine essence here, a divine nature. The cosmic intelligence wants to see you expand, because the whole point of the universe is to expand and grow. God wants to do things that it's never done before, right? That's why we're here, experiencing this, like, this ego identity in this construct and moving through that veil of forgetfulness, is because we're here to do things that haven't been done before. And, you know, as we move through this process, which, like I said, doesn't always feel super comfortable, like, the whole point of this is to expand. And that's why you're intuitively being drawn in this direction. This is why you are so divinely inspired to make this thing happen, to manifest this new thing that is for the greater good of yourself, the people around you, and the conscious collective. You know, like, it's like that two monkeys experiment or something. Like, one monkey on one side of the island will, like, figure out how to, like, use a tool or, like, crack open a coconut or something, and then the monkey on the other side of the island, like just gets the same thing at the same time. Like there's all this like there's stories and research around people like inventing things at the same time on like different sides of the globe, right? So I know it seems like a bit of a tangent, but what I'm trying to say is that you might not necessarily see, you know, trust in higher forces. You might not necessarily see how much of an impact you're having on this world just by going through this emotional expansion, just by going through this spiritual journey and bringing more conscious awareness into this space and just choosing to think different, just choosing to break out of the box. Guys, like, you're making major change in this world in ways that you can't necessarily see in the moment, right? So trust that you're doing this amazing job. You're on this journey. You're moving in the right direction here. You're creating something so beautiful. And just continue to trust your instincts, because what you've been doing is building up this really solid level of intuition. You can see the owl here as well on this card. 2 owls, right? And this little deer. And the panther. This is crazy, dude. The panther. I want to say too, like, because, like I said, you're so intuitive, and part of this panther medicine here, you can see it up here, like, is that it looks black, the panther, and then when you shine a light on it, there's actually more colors there. There's like this rainbow kind of luminescent energy that's like woven into the black. So what you're doing by shining light into these dark places and seeing this growth, I mean, it all comes together, right? Because you're seeing what other people couldn't see, and you're intuitively walking this path and being a pioneer, and it's destined for you. There's so much here. There's so much abundance here because it's like an untapped resource. This area of expansion where we are going as a conscious collective, what you're creating here, there's so much untapped energy for us here. There's spiritual technologies. There's a connection with guides and with the higher self, a deeper level of understanding. I'm getting like telepathy, more synchronicity, right? More flow. There's so much here for us. So that's where I want to leave it. Like, keep doing what you're doing, because I understand that you feel this is very important, and it is. But I feel like the magnitude of what you're doing here is still yet to, like, we're yet to fully be aware of the magnitude of what we're doing here. Because we're going somewhere that we've never gone before. And your intuition is bringing you here. This is how you're moving through all of this. 8 of Cups, right? Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. Spend that time in nature, right? Drink more water. Spend more time in the sun. Spend more time on the earth. All right? Keep yourself grounded, because we're coming back to our true nature as beings who are meant to be here and care for the earth and cultivate this garden, this garden, right? Like that's our role here. Like, we're almost like guardians of the earth, right? And I feel like we're moving more into that kind of role, or tapping more into that part of us that is truly us. And your instincts are just being awakened here. So trust them, right? Keep trusting your intuition and building that muscle. So with that, I'm totally going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. Let's go. Let's go. It's such a good reading. And it got like, at the end there, it got wild. Like I'm saying, like there's magnitude here. There's something of great importance that you're working on. So keep it up. Keep moving through it, guys. I'm so proud of you. Be so grateful for all of the work that you've done. Be grateful for the work that your body has been putting in. And with that, thank you for sharing this space with me. Again, I love you so much, and I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. I love you guys. Bye-bye.